We're doing this, guys.
What's up? Your
All right.
mailman grows. What
We are in the
is
building, guys.
up?
How we doing,
Tone,
guys?
Very, very well. Glad to
we're
meet you,
here.
man.
Nice
Yes.
to meet you guys. Finally made it.
Ah,
Applause, applause. Yeah. I
hey,
don't think
It was a
we
lot of
I'm
help
messing with
from
I
you guys. I appreciate it.
yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's what we here for.
We we appreciate to have you here. So can you tell us? I know Ant knows you, but tell us a little bit about yourself. I want to know all about you.
All right. I'm your mailman grows online. I've been growing for about 4.5 years now. Not too long, but just trying to get into it and trying to figure things out. Let's see. We've been doing the auto pots here for about the last year and a half, maybe, with cocoa, new mill newts, running HLG lights, trying to experiment with that a bit, kind of having trying to figure out my res limits, I guess. I was doing like res and then I would do like a dry back in between
Yeah,
top water, like my recharge.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, just trying to figure all that out. I ran into some definite problems, but we do what we can.
yeah.
Some problems,
That's to be expected.
like what? Autopots,
Oh
huh?
man.
Tell me a
I've
little bit.
just had a flood. I had a flood about a week ago in one of my tents. I'm not quite sure. I might have put too much worm castings in my pots. I have the auto pots with the air domes, and I don't know. I ended up with worms in my like little res for the buckets, and I don't know if that messed up the float valve or whatever. But I ended up having two of them basically just overflow and flood the tent. So luckily, it
Oh
was the end
man.
of harvest, and I just ended up top watering for like the last
See,
5 days, and yeah. Go ahead.
scared of floods. I'm scared of floods. The flood,
Tear.
flooding drains and then like the auto pots. It's a lot of water you're using. It's a lot of
Yeah.
water you're using.
And I
What did
was
you do
lucky. I
to
just
that?
happened to go upstairs to like check on something. It was just starting to come out, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I probably would have had if I didn't notice it. Probably would have had about 10 gallons in there, and I probably would have came up over the little lip or whatever. I might have had a big problem.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that's a problem people usually run into when they, have these
Hold on,
big
guys.
old
Music
reservoirs
is
and
playing. Hold on.
and these
Stop it.
self-watering irrigation systems for these little tents and stuff. That's what I've
Uh
always
oh.
hand watered, and I just now got those self-watering bases from AC Infinity. So, you know what I mean?
How you liking
They
those?
I just put them in last night,
Okay.
honestly, and I'm late in flower, so I can't see the difference like everybody else has, been
Yeah.
blowing up about and raving about. But that's Mr. Ganix and CC420. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? That
Mm-hmm.
their shit just blew up overnight. Like once
Yeah.
they got those bases, and it's awesome. It's real easy and it's
Sorry. Gotta look
affordable.
for
You know what I
this.
mean? So
Have
Yeah, that makes sense. Go
Have
ahead.
you
Sorry.
gone in? For some strange reason, my earbuds stopped. Can you guys hear
uh,
me?
Oh,
yeah,
yep.
I
I
can hear
got
you
you.
now. You were a little
It
bit.
might
You
be
were a
very hard
little
to.
low earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I haven't tried. Sorry, guys. I'm getting
You
used to
good?
this. Give me one sec. Music keeps playing.
No, you're
Don't
good.
worry. Let's get it.
so
So,
how so how was it at the DGC Cup, man? I was so jealous I didn't
yeah.
get to go. Like I saw so many videos, and I was gonna enter. I'd saved up money and stuff, and they sold out the tickets. And then I got so mad whenever they sold the comp tickets out. I went and bought a 3x3 AC Infinity full setup. I spent all the money. I was like, fuck it. And then 2 days later, they announced they were going to have more
Add more.
competition ticket. Yeah. I was just like, oh man. So I'm just going to be better prepared next year. So I'm going to definitely be out there next year.
You guys got to
It
tell
was
me about the DGC. Tell me
Got to
about
get on.
this event.
Tell him.
It was really cool. It was the first event I'd ever actually been to. So to compare it to something, I really can't, but it was awesome. Like, I'm not a real outgoing guy, but everybody there was just, I mean, super friendly. They come up, introduce themselves, and it was just, yeah, man, it was a blast. It went better than I could have even hoped, you know? It
Yeah.
was just awesome. And lots of cool vendors and stuff. So lots of stuff you can, you know, pick up for your garden and whatnot. But yeah, it was a great time. A lot of cool people there.
Oh, I bet. I bet
You
all
met
the
Yeah.
all
people
you met
that
all
were
the people
someone
that
over
are
there.
like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
my bad.
listening because my headphones are off, so I'm going to listen intently.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Don't worry. I can handle
all the people he met at that cup, I'm like been dying to meet. Like I look at them like they're like famous movie stars or you know what I mean,
it. Dude, they're
rock
rock
stars and
stars in
stuff.
the
Yeah,
cannabis community.
that's how
Yeah.
I
Rock
feel.
stars.
They were
So
all
did you?
super nice. Like, yeah, like everybody
They
you got
said
to
you're a
meet and
legend.
talk to. Like, and you don't like want to bother everybody because, you know, you just walk up to somebody. You don't know
Fan out.
Yeah,
exactly. You
be
just
on.
want to walk and say, hey, I'm so and so on, you know, and just, you know, thanks for your help. Or, you know, it's nice BSing with you online. Or, you know, if I have a grow question, you know, thank you for the help all the time. So, yeah, that
Thanks.
was nice to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
wow,
you
Yeah,
you also did you enter?
I did. I did. I ended up entering Parfait. It wasn't, I was going to enter Cherry Paloma, but I kind of
Mhm.
messed up the dry and cure a bit. So I ended up going with Parfait. I wasn't really expecting much, honestly. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to
why
win or
not?
anything. I was really just expecting second to last was kind of my goal the whole time. I was joking. I was like, if there was 77, my goal was, you know,
Yeah.
76. You know, I just wanted to go have a good time, get to meet everybody, kind of see how it all worked. And yeah, man, it was, yeah. Next time, you know, I think I maybe went a couple years too early to compete, but to at least go and hang out, yeah, it was definitely worth the trip.
I bet, dude. What
Yeah,
the DGC? What state is this in?
they held it in Colorado, Fort Collins,
Wow,
Colorado. Yeah,
all the
so I'm
way
not
over
quite.
there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know where everybody is, but for us, it was about a 28-hour drive to
Oh,
get there.
I bet it's a
Yeah,
lot further from New York.
uh, well, we're pretty close. Then we'll say so. That's about
Yeah,
what it is from there.
Yeah.
that's awesome. Everybody comes
Yeah,
together in networks. So,
yeah,
who were some
exactly.
of the people you met?
I met like Chad Westport and said hi to him and Ross and Jeff just for a second because a lot of the guys are there just so busy because a lot of people want to go up and just say hi and you know do the
Oh
same
yeah.
thing I'm doing. So, but let's see who else. I said hi to Jaron real quick. Just a few people like that. I'm trying to think. I'm blanking right now.
What about
Well,
But
Grambo?
I've got to get.
oh yeah,
I got to get
Grambo.
to
I
know
talked to
Grambo.
Grambo.
Grambo,
Yeah.
Scotty, the dude. You know the DGC guys. I'm trying to think of anybody outside of that, but got to
The
see a lot
dude's
of the
my
guys.
spirit animal.
Yeah, right. And there was a lot of like the guys we see in the live streams, like in the chats and stuff. There were so many people that got to say hi to, like Sicko Grows and Fly High and all the rest of the guys. Not sure, and you know, it was nice that all these guys you talk to
Shout out to all of them.
online. You know, you just in the chats you never, and then you know after years you finally get to say hi in person, smoke a joint, and yeah, it's a
Dude,
good time.
they say somebody was banned. It says Frodynamics Groganics was banned, and their
Oh
comments
no,
were. What is that
What?
about? I didn't mean to
that's
do
my
that.
buddy.
Oh my God, guys!
He probably
That's my
said something. I don't know. I don't know.
How do I get?
YouTube's
How
funny.
do I undo that?
You
Sorry.
can't.
that's
I think YouTube's like that. You just when you
Did
chat like
YouTube do
that.
that?
Yeah, I think so.
oh, that's
Oh
too
God.
bad.
Yeah.
He's my buddy.
Okay.
He was actually he took care of the garden for me when I was
Oh yeah.
at the Cup. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Shout out,
actually helped
bro.
me out quite a bit. So shout out to him.
That's
Okay.
always good to
Thank you.
have that someone you
Yeah, it's
trust
nice to have a buddy that can help out and you know
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
never really had that till just like recently. He just started growing, so he's actually killing it. I'm not gonna lie. His
Yeah.
peanut butter pie and cherry paloma is gonna come out better than my last run of it, and it's his second run. He's really killing it right now, so
Did you
Oh,
it's
say
good
damn.
to
peanut
see.
butter pie?
Yeah, peanut butter pie. It was a cut from who's it?
What?
Raw Genetics. It's
Ooh,
a cut
that's my
that
favorite.
Risky Resin 710 found and shared with JR Token, and I acquired it from him, and it's a pretty nice cut. I'm trying to remember what it is. You remember? Shoot. It was I think like a French toast times Georgia pie or stuffed French toast
Yeah, it
times
was the
Georgia pie.
Georgia pie. I think it was. You're talking about
Georgia
raw from Raw
pie.
Genetics. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a killer cut. It was I had it forever too, which stinks. I just never ended up flowering out because like when I grew it out as a mom, it was just so long and wispy and like not wispy, but like the inner nose were so far apart. I thought it was gonna be a total pain in the ass to grow. So I just kind of kept it off in the corner and then finally grew it out this time, and it was killer. Or at least it looks killer. It's still drying, but yeah,
Damn.
That's
yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah, I
so.
got. Remember on the dude grows. The dude said something, and I reached out to him, and he sent me a clone through the mail,
Oh
and
wow.
Nice.
it was the clone from Raw Genetics, and it was a Bacchio belt or
Oh,
whatever,
nice.
and
Yep.
it was so dinky, and it came from Cali all the way to the East Coast, made it, and
Still alive.
It made it.
yeah, I grew it out. I
Oh
vegged it out for
wow.
about 6 weeks. So she was about 2.5 feet tall, and it was probably like the funkiest terps, and the smoke just knocked you to the floor. It was like the best plant I've
Really
grown
nice.
today. Yeah.
Which one
So
was it? Bacchio belts?
yep, Bacchio belts, raw genetics. That's why I
Awesome.
fell in love with raw genetics.
Yeah, and they also has like that like not only you can get his seeds online, but he also has that like clone program where you can like just buy the clones for like
Yep.
relatively cheap and they show up clean and like
Nice.
Yep.
yeah, it's awesome, especially if you small town, you don't have a lot of grow buddies to share clones with, like to get a cool cut like that. Yeah,
See,
it's
the
nice.
way the cannabis community is set up now, everything is just at your fingertips now.
It
So many
uh,
strains. You can now mail things when we wouldn't used to think of doing it. Like I'm still
mm-mm.
scared of mail pot, but clones and the fact that they can survive.
Yeah.
Listen, 2 days. I don't think a plant will die in like 2 days, right? The clone,
No.
it's still
I don't know
kicking.
this heat right now. I don't. I've heard of cold, like extreme cold temperatures
Oh yeah,
killing clones.
Yeah,
oh
maybe
yeah.
they freeze or something like in the
Yeah.
stem or yeah. But yeah, it's so nice to be able to like just share clones with some buddies and you know,
You got to
Have
be
get
you guys
something
careful.
ever
You got
new.
got
to
like
quarantine them.
you guys
Go
ever
ahead,
got
buddy.
like clones that were you guys ever got clones that like maybe got some mites on them? I was just doing a reel about that. I was just reading about mites. Have you guys ever got any mites?
You want to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, I'll go. I've been lucky, but I am so absolutely paranoid especially like summertime, like right now, like anytime, like I'm outside at all for like more than 10 minutes, like change, shower before ever going into the garden.
I see.
I haven't really sprayed anything. I sprayed like my first plant like a week ago. I got a clone at the DGC Cup that was outside. Like you could pick out which clone you want, and it was outside, like under a tent. So I was like, that one I'm gonna definitely be careful with. So I quarantined it and sprayed it and everything, and it finally went through quarantine and just transplanted it. So I'm excited to try that one.
So
RS11. Anybody try that yet?
No, I've heard of it
No.
though.
Yeah, I've heard good things, so
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see.
what are some of your favorites that you've grown?
I would say so far, like I haven't grown a whole bunch in the 4.5 years because, like, even when I would start, like I'd grow from seed and I would then grow that those seeds multiple times. So, like, all of a sudden a year goes by and you've only grown one pack of seeds. You grow another pack, and another year's gone by, and you've only grown 2 or 3 pack of seeds in 2 years, and
Yeah.
that kind of really put a big damper on the stuff I've tried, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I would say out of the things I've tried so far, my favorite has definitely it's got to be JR's Cherry Paloma. Like,
Yes.
even though you
Oh,
get
you like those
kind of
the
sick
cherry
of
strain?
like the same terps after a while, it still just delivers. Like it, yeah,
It's a
Every
it's
banger.
time?
yeah, it's one of those ones. Like, even if you smoke it a lot, it still gets you high all the time. And versus
And
some
that's the
other ones, you
problem.
can kind of
Yeah.
smoke a lot and you get used to it kind of quick. Yeah,
That's exactly
but
why I grow multiple strains. Like if I smoke the same stuff, are y'all the same? You just won't get you high?
hmm yep.
That's
Yeah.
great. Okay. So what made you switch to auto pots? That will
I
or
needed
work
more
with auto.
freedom, a
Tell
little
me
more
about that
freedom.
freedom.
Like, I was using what's it called? You seen those like spiky pots? What are they called?
Oh
The air
shit.
pots.
Go
Oh, what you
in.
got there?
Go
Hey,
in.
nice. There you
All
go.
right. That's
Have
a
you grown
cherry.
it yet? Have you grown cherry paloma
Yeah,
yet, Ant?
Yeah, I grew one seed, harvested it.
exactly,
She
Pitts.
was she was nice. I got pictures on my grow diaries of it from seed to harvest. It hermed unfortunately.
Well, if
Um,
you want, I'll when this is over, just hit me up. I'll send you guys a cut of it if you guys got room.
yeah, definitely.
What?
I was gonna
Yeah,
DM you anyway and send you a
Oh,
pack of
thank you.
seeds. So you know what I
yeah,
mean.
man.
So I'll
I
get your
appreciate
info.
that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, man.
that's
We'll talk
awesome.
after.
Oh yeah.
We'll get
Absolutely.
you in the reels and everything too. That's going to be awesome. I never received the clone.
Oh, really?
Nah,
Okay.
you
How are
have
you
yeah.
guys? How, you just planted? What are you guys doing when you get this
Quarantine
The
clone?
it.
quarantine it. I would definitely quarantine it, but what the way I send it is just a solo cup, the same way JR does it. It's a solo cup of cocoa, and I'll take packaging tape and put it like one strip going this way, one strip going this way, kind of like over the cup to keep the soil in, and then
You're
again
mailing the
the
cup
opposite
too?
way. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you water, and then I'll put another cup on top of it, and then tape it, so you have like cup on top of a cup, and that kind of like protects it, and then you can just
Oh, like a dome.
Yeah.
exactly like a little dome, and then um, yeah, once you get it, you can just water it, quarantine it,
Next,
and then once you feel safe, move it to your bedroom.
man, I don't even talk about plant count. I got 20 fucking 5 plants out in my outdoor garden. Are you kidding me? I don't care. And I'm gonna grow that one too. And I'm gonna grow that one too. Man, that's awesome. Dude, that's
Yeah, man.
awesome. Shout out
I
to the
was
mail service.
well, I was gifted it too, so it's kind of one of those cuts. It's like the DGC kind of shared that cut a bunch, so might as well keep sharing it.
Can you tell me what the DGC stands for? It's brand new to me.
It's actually the Dude Grows show, but the DGC is like the Dude Grows crew. It's just all the guys and girls that kind of follow it, I guess, that
I
show up
have
to
to
the
spend more time
events.
on
And
YouTube. I gotta check him out. I'm like submerged in Instagram. I gotta come out of that world, right?
it's a pretty
Because it
cool,
seems like
it's a good community. That's what it really is. The community is good. They're real helpful. They got a great Discord. So if you ever have like grow questions, like that's where I go, because you can get an answer basically instantly. And they're knowledgeable people. You're not going to get like a bunch of BS answers. You're going to get the right answer quick. And yeah,
I
it's just
like
a
that.
bunch of super knowledgeable, guys doing it 20 years plus.
Yeah.
So
I was I was interviewing someone, and it's become very apparent that people don't always agree with certain other growers' methods. I'm gonna say their
absolutely. Yeah.
techniques.
Yeah.
All the
And
time.
on
Seen that.
Instagram, they do everything but curse and call names. But you know what I'm saying? They still make it very well known. So I don't even. It's a good community on YouTube, just like on Instagram.
I would say
Same.
I'm not sure about Instagram. I don't spend a lot of time. I mean, I'll post some
Okay.
pics and I'll like scroll through and look at the guys that I'm following. But I'm in and out maybe 10 minutes. But
You're on
yeah,
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. They're awesome. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
group. It's
you
a great
watch
group
actual
over there.
shows.
Yeah.
Did you explain about the freedom that you were talking about with the autopots? Or
Oh, sorry. So yeah, like
no, don't worry about it.
before I was using the 3 gallon AirPods. Have you seen the AirPods? They're like the spiky ones with all the holes in it.
Yep,
Yeah.
And okay,
yep.
so I was using those, but I was kind of running. Oops, you still there?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
Sorry, it
here.
hit my
Yeah.
thing. It popped. It made a sound. I thought I hung up on you.
You good?
So basically, like the lights would come on at 9 a.m. and like by 9 a.m. they would be ready to water, and I get done work at 9 a.m. and sometimes I don't quite make it home in time, or I
Right.
get stuck at work. So like it was like every 24 hours they were like ready for water, and it made it tough. 70 days you're just like have to be there to do it. It's not a lot of
It's
work or
that's
nothing,
almost
but
impossible if when you have a full-time job. Like was that soil or
cocoa, so it's drying out real quick. Cocoa and perlite, yeah.
I do
Well,
And
love me
how
then
some
big is your
cocoa.
res?
for the auto pots, it's I think it's like 12.9 gallons. So I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't really fill it that full. I don't know. I might start filling it more. I've been again trying to mess with the dry backs. I would do a dry back. I was only doing 5 gallons at first, and then once that
Mhm.
emptied, I would then let it dry for like a day, and then top water with the recharge and mammoth, and then some like high bricks molasses. Let that
Mm.
dry out, turn it back on, 5 gallons, and that would go for 3 days maybe. Turn it off. So it was maybe about every 6 days I'd have to keep refilling it 5, 6 days after a dry back,
Mm.
and that was all I was really doing. But that got
Okay.
to be a lot, so I just started adding a little bit more, doing 7 gallons and trying to stretch it out a bit.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm starting to figure out if I really need a dry back or not. But if I don't get the dry back, then I can't add the recharge and
Yeah.
some of the other stuff I like to top water in. So it's kind of just a balancing act I'm trying to figure out after all
Don't
I
this
they
haven't
time, I
used
guess.
don't
recharge.
they
What is it? What does the recharge do?
Recharge, it's like a soil microbes. It's like a compost tea, basically. An instant
Oh,
compost tea
nice.
is like
Nice.
there you go, right there.
All
Yep.
right.
And
Sweet, and you got it.
I use it
That's
a
pretty
lot,
sweet. All right.
like
Okay.
early veg. I'll use it a lot, like
Yep.
pretty sparingly, like almost every watering. I'll just put at least a little bit in just to kind of get them going. And then once you hit flower, then that once the dry back period is kind of when I would do it. And then end it about week 5 on a 10-week strain, week
Mm.
6 maybe.
So when you
Don't they
say that
consider
when it flooded this last time, are you getting used to using, or are you been using these auto pots for a while?
I've been using, well, I just set up a second tent, and the second tent is the one that flooded, and it was the first time I had set it up there. It doesn't really seem like it would make a difference, but I'm trying to still in my head figure out why it flooded. I'm not
Right.
100% sure. I At
Right.
this point I'm wondering if maybe like the worms that got maybe towards the float valve or something got in there,
Um,
or I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go through and clean it out here once the everything's drying in the tent, and I still have all the stuff in there. So actually, should take that
see,
out. It's probably adding tons of humidity to my room right now, which I didn't think until just now.
I bet it's up there, ain't it?
Damn it. Yeah, I've got the Dehu running, but I didn't think to take the pots out till just now. That would
I would.
totally eliminate so much of the goddamn humidity. Ooh, excuse me, so much of the
No,
humidity in
don't
my
worry about it.
room.
Be yourself.
yeah.
Be yourself. You can curse as much as you want. Be as much as
So
you want. I will be
yeah,
cursing
that's
as soon as I get used to this.
the auto pots are awesome, but I've been using new mill, so it's kind of thick, and it can you got to like really go out and either like clean all the lines out after, That's what I'm finding. And I
Do you?
have to clean my reds like
Oh wow.
every time it empties, I clean it because there's like a little sifter, and that thing gets really clogged up quick. So I'm always pulling that
Wow.
apart. They're just little things, but I mean, if I changed my nutrient system, I probably wouldn't have that problem. But I like the nutrient system, so we'll stick with it for
Yeah.
now. And if you
If it's
keep
working for
changing
you,
stuff, you never know what works. Sorry.
if it's working for you, continue it. But if it's broke, don't fix it. I've
That's
been doing the
yeah.
same thing for a long time.
Well,
There's a
what do you
there's a
do?
Well, now
there's
that
a
I got
solution you
access
can
to my
use for
family's
your
land
res.
outside, I got like 25 plants out there. I use down to earth nutrients and uh Tico Biosupply, just the super tea blend. And I
Okay.
sometimes I amend it and I use a little honey, but not often. Not outside. Like this is my first time growing outside. So they're, they're transplanted nice and they got some topsoil over them. They got some amendments on them. They're growing nice. But I still don't know. I looked it up. They said that they'll start blooming in New York in July. So I'm still looking things up on the outdoor grow, but for my what I use is just the amendments and the super tea blend from Tico Bio Supply. Not much,
I
and maybe some molasses, but not honey
okay.
and molasses outside because I just don't know what to give them out there. And like they, I don't know how often the water. I water every day, right? That's all right, right? I don't
If
know
they need it,
outdoors. I'm
yeah,
telling you, I
I've
just don't
never.
know outdoors. They seem to be doing just fine. But that's what
They'll
I
tell
do.
you.
That's what I use.
They'll tell you
What
if they
nutrients
need
do you
water.
use against it? I probably missed it.
I
Yes, you.
I use
Go ahead.
I just tried New Mill. I've been using it for like a year and a half now. Before I was using Remo, but
Hmm.
yeah, I like the New Mill so far.
New mills. I've heard of mills. Mills
This
can.
is
That's not it.
New Millennium
New
nutrients.
millennium.
Yeah, New
Gotcha.
Millennium.
And that's working good for you. That's what you're
So
going sticking with.
far,
Well, good
I'm gonna
deal.
stick with it for a little bit. Yeah, right there, Winter Frost. The
Damn,
what is it?
bro.
Yeah, support your jug dealer, right?
Yeah, you got to.
Dude, Ant.
He's a
Oh, I
beast.
That's
forgot. Ant already
Jaron and
knows.
Gage.
This is all these new names and nutrient names and lines are all. I haven't heard of this stuff before. This is a different
I'll show you a few things, Tone. That's all.
support your local
I'll
jug dealer.
get you in there. Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome, bro.
yeah,
What
they're
do you
good. They got
Jaron
prefer?
a
and Grambo.
yeah, they got a great podcast too. The Jug Dealers.
Yep.
If you get a
Watch
chance to
those.
I
check
might
them
have to
out.
stop spending so much time on Instagram and really get to know these people. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have
Yeah,
to.
they
If we're streaming here, I might as well like be here, right? I
yeah.
I gotta figure this out. I really want to get into the YouTube thing because I didn't think the YouTube was popping like it was on Instagram. Had no
you
idea.
gotta
Uh,
you gotta support the community, man. You gotta get in the
Hell
community
yeah, I
and watch
will.
these guys, and
Hell yeah, I
follow them,
will.
subscribe to them,
I'm
I do
they
all
do
of
a
them.
bit
I
more.
watch all of them.
Yeah, they're a bit more in depth maybe than the Dude Bro show is, but it's pretty good.
yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I
to
like it.
learn. I've learned everything. I've learned so much from just doing the reels and doing research. Like that alone, it sticks to you. And I tried
Yeah,
a lot of different things. I'm about to get my tents back going. Oh my god! I'm trying. Hopefully, I already have like 12 females outside. I can't stop popping babies. I have
Why
a
are your tents off?
problem. I have a problem. I have a problem. I
Why are your
just
tents
popped
off?
6 of Defiance BC Pungents, bro, and 6 others that I don't remember. Well, all I know is that I'm trying to keep the tents filled as well, and I'm trying to have so much pot, man, through winter. And I know
it
I
sounds
should
like
be
you'll be
having all
good.
those plants. Do
You
you
said your tent
prefer
was
what?
off though. Why is your tent off?
Well, I transferred everything outside, bro. Everything.
Oh, well, just
It's
pop
not
some more
off.
and put them
It's
in
in.
there.
It's got.
Throw that
Huh?
clone. Throw that clone. He'll send you in there. You'll be all right.
What? Immediately.
Yeah. There you go.
Immediately.
There's your quarantine.
Hell yeah. I'm not quarantining anything, dude. I'm not doing. I'm growing. I don't care if it comes. It'll be a new experience for me. There's nothing. Don't worry. I don't. I'm not really
Well,
technical. I'm just growing, but
it should hopefully show up clean. I haven't
I
had
don't.
problems yet. Is the main word yet. So, but
We're getting busy, buddy.
Most clones
Do
get
you
that
prefer
HLVD.
yeah, it scares me.
Yep.
what?
You don't want that.
The hop?
Hop late inviter, yeah.
Isn't that weird that that shit can hop plants?
It's or show up like really late or like show up on like one branch and not another, it sounds
Like
like,
a
or
broom out.
yeah,
I
it's
I
crazy.
first heard about that on Medicroppers. You guys know Medicropper on YouTube? Probably not.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Well, I saw one of his plants growing like that, and I didn't really understand what he was talking about. He said they're growing out instead of up, but I'm like, would that really? What else does this viroid do other than make your plant grow out and instead of up?
I'm not
And what would that do?
smart at this at all, but I think it's more like a dudding. Like it doesn't produce like it used to, and like it maybe
Okay,
the vigor's not quite what it used to be. And now I'm just spewing things I hear other people
absolutely. I don't
say,
know
but
either.
Yeah.
Never had.
That's the
yeah.
same thing I've heard too.
Yeah, it's just it kind of doesn't have the same vigor maybe or and then you can easily transfer that, by like
Yeah.
taking a cut with a scissor and maybe not like cleaning it well or using the
Yeah.
same
Do you prefer clones or
scalpel.
regs? Yeah. And
I
using the same. Oh, there he is. He's back. Very strange that I got banned. I didn't say anything bad. Never been banned before. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I might have pressed a button. I,
welcome back, Frodanis.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
I'll take it.
hey,
I
we're
may.
we're
I'm
learning
over here
here. We're
trying
all
to.
learning together.
This is the first time.
Remember
I'm
yesterday I
sorry.
told you I ran to a buddy's
Welcome
house to
back.
get help on the
Yeah.
phone. That was
Uh-huh.
I ran to his
Oh,
house
okay.
to get
Oh man.
so yeah. It's cool he
Yeah, I'm
made it
glad.
in.
Yeah, I'm glad
Dude,
he's
that's
back
yeah.
in.
I'm glad
Good.
he's here. I'm glad you're here. I'm
So
glad. So you
what
had. So he helps you out. You guys actually exchange information with each other and help each other's growth.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice to finally have someone to
I
bounce
know
off.
that's right.
Like I've spent like, 40 almost, well, he started outdoor a little bit ago, but 2.5 years basically kind of on my own, just kind of the DGC and trying to learn everything from them and messing up on my own. So at least now to have someone to bounce something off of, or,
I
he's
know
real
that's
good at
right.
like researching. So like I'll go to him and he'll research it and let me know because you know how I am with phones and stuff. I'm not great with them. So I just let
Yeah.
him do that and he helps me out and relays the message and we try it out. And if it works, cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
You'll never.
doesn't. Sometimes it does,
yeah.
you
Mhm.
know,
You'll never
trial
see
and
me
error.
giving advice because I'm learning, bro. I'm learning from everyone. I'm
That's,
not in the
yeah.
stage to give advice at all. So I
No,
dig that.
I'll give advice on overwatering because I've had it so often. I can tell when it's got the puffy leaves. They get puffy. I can tell that, and that's about it. Other than that, I don't comment on anything.
Is that a
I'm
bad
afraid that
thing?
I don't want to mess up someone's garden if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if I feel
I
like
get you.
I'm 90% right, like I don't want to be. I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
1% wrong, you know? Because
Yep,
that
exactly.
1%, I know, dude, I know it.
hmm
That's why I'm always just looking. So what does that puffy leaf mean? You're the second person I've heard say something about the puff when the
It's
leaves get puffy and wavy,
when
right?
especially like I've only seen it really like when it's like something like you transplant it and it's still trying to fill out the pot and you maybe slightly overwater it, the leaves will get like slightly puffy and they start to hang down and it might look like
Mm,
you slightly what is it under dry or over dry can kind of look the same, it's the same kind of droop, but if you look it'll be kind of puffy like where the ridges are, and that's water I heard, or at least read
and that's
that's excess water, and that's why it's drooping it down.
I always thought I always thought that was all right, an all right thing. I guess fucking not.
It's not
I know
like
what you're talking
bad.
about.
It's
That's
at
why I
the
asked
verge
about
of
it.
yeah. It's like you're like at the verge of like overwatering when you're like they're like
Oh,
that puffiness. And I think that really only happens when you're like transplanting maybe and you're kind of still filling out the pot. But like cocoa, like I feel like once you have that pot filled, you it's hard to overwater it. But
yeah. I
I
love
find for
cocoa.
me it mostly happens when I transplant and I get a little too aggressive with my watering. Is when I
I
see it
like
most, I
cocoa a
should
lot.
say.
Cocoa
I
sucks
do
up
too.
a lot of water, bro. Like, and it holds it. I've been I like to grow with like half cocoa and half box farm, but right now I got a big thing that Pro Mix, that big white bag thing.
Hmm.
And that plants are seeming
That's
to do
good
good
stuff.
outside. I did that
Yeah, that's
outside
good
with it.
stuff.
I'm just trying all type of shit now.
Excuse me. So how's the
So you
outdoor
man,
going?
I
Oh,
wish,
I
oh
also
man,
heard New
I should have
York. I
went
heard
back
it was
there, Ant.
like August for like
Hmm?
flowering. I thought I heard in New York it might be around actually maybe Fro Danis can tell you in the comments. He grew outside, we'll say somewhere around there
Mm,
last couple years and he can maybe tell you when it starts to bud, but I think it would maybe early
in the
August, I
comments.
think in New York.
yeah, let me know because I'm in upstate New York, so
Oh
we
no
gotta
shit.
catch some. We
Okay.
gotta catch. Hmm?
I said, "Oh no shit." Okay.
Yeah, bro, I'm in soda. I'm in. I don't. I tell everybody where I am. I don't give a damn. And I
All
don't
right.
expect you guys to tell me where you are. But I'm in Sodus, New York, upstate New York. The closest city to me is Rochester. It's an hour away.
Okay. Okay. I been to Rochester.
I
I'm
don't
in
like.
Virginia.
I'm a country boy.
You're in Virginia. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
Nice.
go
yeah,
out there. I don't
yeah.
go out there. Like if they're not really it's a lot of weed shops popping up and shit, but I'm just not really trying to smoke everybody's shit. This is why I grow. Like I'm after that. Mm-mm. You just don't know. After what I've learned a lot about metals and stuff and what certain things and whatnot in cannabis and like I'm not gonna lie, I probably still smoke it if I didn't know. But knowing what I know, I try not to go out there. Try to get it from the dirt, you know.
Yeah. I'm in New York too, and it's
Shout out to
like we have
you.
small town, and it's like we have one dispensary, and even like the pictures online look like shit. It's like and they charge $50 an eighth or something
Fuck.
and it's like why I haven't even tried it. I mean I
No.
think I bought gummies once, but yeah I haven't. I usually just smoke my
You
homegrown.
know.
I trade with other growers like my
Oh,
buddy
I
there
barter.
online, so
I barter
Dude,
a
I
you know.
wouldn't.
lot
I wouldn't go
with
to
the
a
cannabis growers.
Hmm.
dispensary
Damn,
either
man.
if I was fucking growing the shit you were growing, man. You got some fire for real.
Oh thanks
So
man, I appreciate that.
yeah, I've been seeing
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna check. I'm
fire
gonna go check out a
pictures.
lot of your stuff.
You know.
I liked a little bit, but I want to I got to go back to Instagram and check you out. And on
Speaking of
this,
that, you
and
need
on
to
YouTube.
you mind showing us what you got growing on and what you got going on back
Holy
there and
shit!
Yep.
I
you
never
know
asked. Wow.
yeah.
The lights are off right now, so they're all going to look a little droopy. And honestly, I've got everything in like 3 gallon pots, and everything that's small in a 3 gallon pot is the new moms, and all the big moms are basically probably getting pulled out tonight and then chopped down. So
Okay. Are
they're
you
all
in
looking
a
a little.
are you in a
Sure, if you
room? Are you
feel,
in
friend.
tents?
I'm in
Okay.
a room for the veg. I got tents for the flower room, so we'll take a little stroll here, and then we'll turn it sideways. You said.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that weird? Isn't that strange?
Okay.
It looks better though.
All right, let me turn the light on here. All right, now is there a way to flip the camera?
Are you a sativa guy?
Yeah, you
Me?
gotta have your like auto landscape
Dude, I
on
don't
your
ask me.
phone.
I don't know how to do
All right,
that.
I'll
You
just
drop.
flip it and tell me if you
Yeah.
guys can see
There you go.
anything.
Holy
Yeah. You
shit!
got it.
All right,
Yeah.
so we've got a few different moms. I think this one, the very first one to the left, I believe is Parfait.
Okay.
I think we have Runts, Georgia Apple Pie. This is
Woo!
Peanut Butter Pie. Like I said,
Woo!
she gets really kind of tall and Her inner nodes
Yo,
are real stretched out. She's getting the chop tonight.
Okay.
yo,
Down
that
here,
freaking your strains sound delicious. Like really shit that I eat. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
thank
And they look good, man.
you.
Yeah.
They look
Appreciate
like
that.
mine.
We got an auto. We're gonna try grow dots. I don't know that that's
Shout out
showing
real
up.
growers.
They can
I
grow
Those
love
up.
that
clones
stuff.
are in the
A lot
back
of people
are
say,
old.
what's that? And
Grow dots, what he's talking about.
Nice. Nice.
That's what I got 3 of my plants in. I got a peanut butter breath, a GMO, and then the Bruce Banner cross with White Russian. All 3 of those are in grow dots.
Shout out to you.
Nice. And then
A
I
lot
guess
of
down
people.
here is
Oh, go ahead.
shards. These are the ones I just popped. They're doing okay, I guess. And then the RS11 I just got in and I kind of burned the leaves a little bit. I kind of did a spray on them and then put them
Put
in
jungle in
quarantine,
there.
but I think I had it a little too close to the sunlight. I think maybe that's what happened to the leaves
Oh
because they
yeah.
hadn't really had anything but straight water. So I'm assuming that's what, yeah, sounds like it
I'm
probably
gonna ask
is
you
what
guys a
happened.
question. Let me ask you a question. If
Yes, sir.
I moved all my even the seedlings out there now, but I got big plants out there too, like 7 big plants. What will those seedlings do? Will they do anything at this stage, or will I have to bring them back in the tent?
I wouldn't I think once you bring them outside, wouldn't bring them back to your tent at least. I would maybe think you probably have to like harden them off, I guess, maybe a bit. Like you don't maybe want them to burn. So maybe like give them a couple hours out in the sun with maybe what you. I've never done outdoors, so maybe in the shade for a few. What would you say? This tent or
Just leave them out there?
Yeah.
a
See,
few
some
hours
people will
maybe?
put them out there for a little bit, like a couple hours a day, and then bring them back. It depends which way you're. If you're bringing them from outside, then you quarantine them away and spray them down. Get them away from stuff. Or if you're bringing it from inside to outside, I just bring it outside for a few, like 12 hours or something. Just kind of a little bit at a time, just let it build up and then just set it outside for the rest of the time.
I
But I
hope.
don't do that. I just start them and then just bring them straight outside. You know what I mean?
I know
I
that's
get
Oh,
them to
right.
okay.
about like
Oh
a
yeah,
foot tall, and then I just put them outside.
that's what I did. Well, not that short, but now I
Yeah.
know I should have put them out early. But I got some really big plants, so with the seedlings right now if they're in the solo cup right now, and they're not like really seedlings, they've already grown their 2 leaves, right? They're like and they're standing up straight and all that good stuff. Is it could they just stay out there and produce something? It's kind of late, I know, but this is my first time and I'm asking. But what will they do if I leave them out there? I don't really want to have to bring them back in. I just want them to do their thing out there.
Just
But they're
let
seedlings at the
them.
moment, just like 2, 4, 6, probably like 12. But I
We
got like
talking
25
that big?
of them. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
If I left them
I
out
don't
there,
know.
like they would flower right around July, August, as you said. Still, I want them to. I don't care if they do, but I want them to have
Well,
at least a little size.
how
So
about
by
this?
August, right, they should have some size to them, right?
Yeah,
You
you'd
won't
have.
probably
What's
reach the
June, July?
flower.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's
Why
close.
not? Depends what
Well, I'm not
strains
bringing them back
is. If it's a
in.
photo, if it's auto, you know what I mean?
They're not all those. They're like photo periods. I did a lot. I got
Okay.
femmes out there too, but the ones I'm talking about, I'm gonna have to sex anyway. These ones in the solo cup. So I honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave them out there. All of them, not in solo cups. I'm gonna transplant, maybe in like 5 or 3 gallon pots. But I'm just gonna see what they do.
Yeah.
Would I be wrong to do that?
Nah, why not? What the hell else? I mean, once they're already outside, I'd be more scared bringing them back in. I mean,
Right,
you
Yep.
could
right.
like spray them, bring them back in, spray them, quarantine them all again if you wanted to, and throw them in a tent. But just the hassle of all that, and who knows what's outside. I just let them rock outside. I mean, you still got what another 5 weeks till at least the beginning of August, I think, and
Oh
I
man, this
think
is gonna be.
I think you got another week or so after that till I think maybe it might start flowering. The problem is they
Yeah.
might not finish in time. That's usually the biggest problem with I
Mm,
think your area is them
Yeah.
mm.
finishing in time.
Right. It seems like summer
Yep.
is so low, so short.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It's like
It
a
is.
few months. Just
Yeah.
when did it start? I think it just started, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Not that
literally just
long
started,
ago.
I think, what, a day ago? Like, isn't that the
And I got
start of
and,
summer? The
The
date
summer
and I'm
22nd?
solstice.
and
Yeah.
crop in October we chop, right?
First frost.
Uh,
Whenever y'all's first frost would be your second.
Gotcha.
I
It's
think
not
they
When it
really
try to go
rains
as
too
just,
much, you got to
yeah, as
get you a
long as you
little
so
can.
cover. You got to get a cover for your stuff, so you get
That'd
bad
be cool.
rains, whenever your plants start flowering and you get bad rains, you got something to cover them up with because
the
you've got
rain
them
will
in the
fuck the
ground.
buds up, bro.
Yeah, you'll get bud rot and all types of
You got
issues.
to be shitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I don't
Okay.
invest too much outdoors in
I
Virginia. We
wonder if
No.
got
my
too much humidity. It's the weather's wacky. Too much rain,
I wonder if my
humidity.
wife just heard that. I didn't know that. Bud
Yeah,
rot? Though I only thought
Yeah.
that happens when big buds, big super swole buds,
it can
like
happen.
mold and bud
Anything.
rot.
It can
I,
No?
happen. Yeah, if
I
it's a lot
dep-
of
yeah.
rain.
I
Hmm.
mean, I guess if you have a lot of if you have a lot of good maybe wind movement through it, you might be okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep an
You
eye out.
know.
I'm gonna
But
keep
what
an
he
eye
said,
out.
if you could maybe just maybe like put some like big tall bamboo stakes up or whatever, and maybe put like a tarp over it, or not a tarp, but that clear that they use for like a cheap greenhouse or whatever.
yep,
Keep the rain off of it.
yep.
Yeah,
Make
I've
your
never
little
I
grown
got a
makeshift
big
outdoors.
greenhouse.
I got
Yeah,
a
but
big
I
blue
think
tarp.
that's what Dude did last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
right.
Yep,
Okay, so
yep,
yeah, all
yeah.
right.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm gonna need all this advice going out there the first time. I'm not really gonna try to I'm gonna try my fucking best. You gotta see it. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm gonna come on
Well,
YouTube more and I gotta start showing shit on here.
what
I
do
gotta
they
build
say?
this up
Like
because
plant three, like like one for the rippers, like one to lose to like bud rot, and hopefully one for yourself or something.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, expect losses, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just how much bud rot you get, or
And why can't
it's
you
probably
smoke?
gonna happen.
You can't just dry this bud out and smoke it.
No,
Why?
not anything with bud
Why?
rot.
Yeah, you don't
It's
want to do that.
you'll get like it's like the spores and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I just
It's
everything I've
ash.
heard is it's bad for your like in yeah. You don't want to smoke. You're basically smoking like fungus,
Oh
and
shoot, my mom's calling me.
we
Hold
can
on,
end it
guys.
if you
I
need.
had to.
Excuse me.
Oh, you good?
And she's still trying to call.
So, are you what
Oh, I can
did
hear
you
you
just
guys now.
hang
Hold
up?
on, let me
Did
send
you
her a
just
message.
hang
I'm
up?
sorry.
Oh, you good? Did you just hang up your crop, or are you in curing and drying right now?
Just hung up. So let me see. Today's day 7.
Oh, okay. You usually
Yeah.
go around 7 to 10 days. That's usually around me, or you go
Well,
further.
I usually I'd been drying in my basement, but
Uh,
my dehumidifier is messing up. And I have so much humidity right now downstairs in
Oh,
my I can't get rid of it. So
that's
for
scary,
the
dude.
first time in a long time, I'm doing it in my actual flower room, but usually in the basement, if
yeah,
I can keep the 60-60 pretty close, or that 62-62,
yeah,
like it took 15 days last time, and I took it down a little bit too early. And that's where I fucked up. And that was the cup run.
yeah,
So
Mm.
it just kind of depends. Like I'm still because before I used to only get like 7 days, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And then I figured out like my lung room wasn't good, so therefore my exhaust was constantly running, and
yeah,
therefore it was messy. Yeah. And then once I kind of got the lung room right, was able to keep the tent right, so the exhaust wasn't running as much, but still had a little fan going. It kind of really was able to extend it. And then it's
Okay.
just trying to find the right time to like get it in the Grove bag, because I get it in the Grove bag and it's like
Shout out. That's not you.
62, like it hits like 62, and I'm like too scared, so I feel like I have to keep burping it and burping it and burping. I feel like I'm just burping terps away, or I go slightly too long, or something happens with the exhaust, I'd mess it up and it gets too
I
dry,
fucked up a
and
lot too. Don't feel
it's
bad.
it's too dry. It's like at 50%, 52 max or something, and that's way too, at that point you've already then lost terps because you've over dried it. So I don't know. This time I'm trying to hit like that. I always try to hit that 55 to 58%.
Mhm.
I got a meter this time I'm gonna try. It's just it's like a wood moisture meter.
Okay.
Actually got it from my buddy in the comments. Shout out. And you just stick it like you would stick it in like a piece of wood, and it would give you the moisture of the wood, And then so with this, you can just stick it into your drying flour and get like 15%. It's too much. You're trying to aim for like 10 to 12%, and at that point, you're just trying to figure out what works best for you, I guess. So I'm going to try that this time. Hopefully, I don't mess up and sacrifice too many buds, because they're pretty big prongs. You got to stick into your flowers.
Oh,
That's
So I
really?
too
don't
much,
like.
dude.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
too
want to
much.
like. Yeah, that was. I had one like a couple years ago, and I was like, I just felt bad just taking like my nice big buds and just. But
Pushing
Stabbing
it.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, but he has one that's nice and small. So like the prongs are nice and tiny. They're short and they're like close together. It's up in my room. I could just go grab it, but
Okay.
yeah. And you want me to go grab it? I can show you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All
Yeah,
right. I'll be
man.
right back. Can you
All
talk
right.
for a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Dude, we're like an hour in, bro. We just did
Oh
that
yeah.
shit, bro. This is
What's up,
dope,
man?
Ant.
Ah.
Pound it, pound it. We're here, we're here, dude.
Hey.
This is our first episode. This is gonna be our pilot, bro. With these, I'm gonna make reels and promote the links to this in the actual YouTube page, like you said. Oh, bro. First, we needed to get the content. Now we got it. Now we're finna drive them here. Shout out. Shout out to the whole DGC,
Hey.
HGTC,
Yeah.
ABCD, all of you guys. We love you.
All right. Let's see. Where's my camera? So it's just a
Okay.
little two prong,
Oh, I thought you
and
were
these
talking
two.
like a
Uh,
something you take a
correct.
grill
Like a
meat out
clip.
with.
Yeah, like a clip. Yeah.
The big one I had before was a lot larger. Was quite a bit larger than this. So I'm going to try
So
this one this time and see how it works.
so that can test moisture content.
That's fire.
Correct. And you just
Awesome.
you stab it in. You sacrifice a few buds, and you try to hit 12
Y'all
to
stab all day.
10%.
Listen,
And
I'm gonna smoke it. Like it's gonna smoke the same. I thought you
it
were
is,
talking about something that like was this long, like they were like this long together,
Yeah, some you're gonna
but
stab
they're
your
not.
steak with to measure your meat or something. No, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
dude.
It's the other ones were a little bit bigger, but this was like the smallest one I believe he found online. So yeah, some of them are a little bit bigger, but yeah, this one's tiny. Works well. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, I hope.
keep me posted on that. I'll definitely
Yeah, we'll
stay
see.
tuned. Yeah,
Listen,
that's cool.
Mr. Mailman, your
Ingenuity.
mailman grows. You are our
Yeah.
first episode. We have went for 53 minutes, sir. Prepare to see yourself in reels and tagged. And reels are I'm gonna upload reels too to YouTube too, bro. And this is our first one. Watch it. Let's
Well,
get to 100. Let's do 100 episodes, bro. Let's
hey,
do
just
it.
keep going, baby. That's
I want
awesome.
to say thank you for coming through.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm
Thank
sorry,
you guys.
like,
Thanks for having me.
oh
Yeah,
yeah. Next time we'll
anytime.
have more people because we didn't promote. This is brand new. You're the pilot, but we got you. We're gonna
No,
circle back and talk to you again. Okay,
sounds
And
guys.
good, guys. I
I'll
appreciate it.
definitely DM me your info and I'll send you some
You
seeds
want
and
mine?
genetics.
We'll talk after this. We'll talk after this. We'll
Definitely.
figure
Tell me
that
what you
out.
need, guys, and I'll
Absolutely.
get you.
All
All
right,
right.
Peace.
brothers.
All right.
Y'all have a
Take
good
care,
night.
guys.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Oh, we just did that.